back everyone with some more apologists. This is Ace Attorney, and we are going to finish day one of the investigation in the case against Vera Mishram, who happens to be the daughter of the victim, who is Drew Mishram, and she happens to be accused of poisoning her father through actual quinine. But the last time we left things off here, we were at the crime scene at Drew's studio, and Emma was about ready to show us something nifty that she calls an x-ray something or other, and we're hoping to use some of that to find more clues. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. So without further ado, let's finish day one investigation. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me any more and it might all fall out. Then I wouldn't need an x-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with the right analog stick for me, would you? That's right, that's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something! See, that's how you read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image with the left analog stick while holding A? Oh, okay. There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now, turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. Why just keep doing this until we got the whole thing? Exactly, not bad. Neat, let's do some more. Okay, looks like the numbers are 0016. Nice. So you just turn it a little bit more anytime you have blue, you just rub it out. There we go. Okay, let's print this one out. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. That's okay, there's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Okay, let's Let's just keep on rubbing. Anytime you see that blue static, that's when you have to rub it out. I know I didn't explain that all that well, but yeah, you just keep on turning the dial, and anytime you see blue pixelation, that's when you want to rub out the... Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Jew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account? His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do. If you're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page in. This is actually kind of fun. There we go. Okay. Just gotta keep on... Sorry if you hear puppies in the background. Just gotta do a little bit more. Of course, you can probably read it clearly now, but I just want to wait until I re-get... Okay, let's print this one out. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Wow, the secrecy, though. And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Red envelope updated in the court record. Found in the victim's desk drawer. Contains 2 sheets of writing paper. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter who came in here for a story the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face. But what was his name? Oh, right. Breschel. Breschel? He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. It wasn't Valent Grammary by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valent Grammary. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Breschel's card added to court record. This business card reads Spark Breschel, freelance journalist. And then with that, we are ready to head to the Sunshine Coliseum. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago was the place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valen. What about the case? Only a performer laughs like that. The young Miss Juicy. How often I hoped we'd meet again only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Gee, Uncle Valen, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Juicy, how does the day find you? If you come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as magnified illusions are reborn. Here, on stage, by my hand. Okay, let's go ahead and talk. Let me grab a drink here real quick. My throat's kind of sore. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Grammy Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his. Daddy. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramery, if that terrible thing hadn't... It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valiant Gramery, would have been proud to stand upon the stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Valiant. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. To think we get to see the great Magnify's illusion again. Now, is it Magnify or Magnify? She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnify Gramery, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations. I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramery Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land? I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnify's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years? That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it? And why was that? A little matter called performance rates, Miss Trucy. Well, let's ask about that. Can you tell us about these performance rates? Magnify's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnify knew this and bequeathed it in his will. To one person. You mean, him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramery was the inheritor of the Gramery miracle. Daddy. Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where the story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves conceal your confidence well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Ah. Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it pains me to say it. This past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnify passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnify himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing, permanently. Daddy. Okay, let me go ahead and present... Let me present this. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why, that bears the Gramery seal. Uncle Valiant, is something wrong? Trucy, where did you get this? Huh? Daddy gave it to me. Your daddy? My partner? Zach? No, my other daddy, Phoenix Ray. Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy... Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. This signature upon the back, do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zach Gramery. What? Daddy signed this? Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Okay, What's in this envelope, I wonder? Envelope for Mr. Wright. Do not open till the time is right. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and present this. So, a journalist was here on the story. All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brushel. Brushel. Think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel, that cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? Huh. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet step always forward. That is all. That's all? Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself, so a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic gramarye. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went? I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability, I will tear apart him. Oh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trip. Is he gonna fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? Must have really not liked that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. Hey there, Naher. Thanks, Uncle Valent. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think the journalist was after? And why did Valent react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think we have to go through the raid agency. There we go. October 7th, Detention Center Visitors Room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money, end quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Hey there! How you doing? Who might you be? Ah, sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You? You're Justice? You? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Woo! You're Trucy. Eh? Am I famous? Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. Eek! That's so not true. Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh wee, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote. Huh? Oh, there's Vera. I should have guessed. Where are my manners? Name's Brushel. Spurt Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes his eyes, writes. End quote. What's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins? Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness. End quote. I can see that. He's reading something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Oh my gosh, this guy. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist? Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer. You understand? Yeah. I'm the one asking questions here. End quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly. I knew you'd understand. Huh? So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio? Who? Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalists always busy. Journalists always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote. I can understand that philosophy, but you want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too? Exactly. See? It's the same thing. What is? So, you went to do a story on Drew Mission, and he'd never had a story done about him before? That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here. But what? I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe. Exactly, see? That's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote. Right, guess we'll leave then. Ah, but since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup, when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen the painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach? Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers, end quote. That actually sounds kind of familiar, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and move back to Drew's studio. October 7th, Drew's studio. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's with that scary face you're making? And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you've got going, Emma? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and present the hidden painting. This painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, yes, so? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. That's what you think. Drew Mission was a forger. A forger? Okay. Let's talk to her about that. So, what exactly is a forger? Well, basically it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. So, Drew Mission was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries, to supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like a practice for the real thing, like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage. But not in the case of a forgery, not necessarily anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Mission's rough sketches. Kinda like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting, and maybe valuable for a case. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Okay, let me go ahead and present... Let's present the portrait. I kinda wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if you told her it might do the trick. Oh, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out. Okay, let's do this one more time. Keep on turning and rubbing, turning and rubbing. Whoa! I know what that looks like. You guys remember the first case? Okay, let's print this one out. What? What the heck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. The devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. Ah, I think I follow you. So, in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So, Mr. Misham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. Do you think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure, you like this detection stuff, don't you? Okay. Okay, let's... Might as well do the other two paintings. Just do rubbing and... dialing and rubbing, dialing and rubbing. What the heck is that? Okay, let's put this one out. Oh, that's the noodle stand. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden. You think I could just look at the last of these? Fine by me, knock yourself out. Okay, let's get the last one here. So we got something from the first case, and then this last one we just did was part of the second case. Okay, let's see this. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Okay, let's print this one out. Oh, heck, that's when, Gavin's guitar burst into flames in the last case. What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Juicy, look at these three sketches. Do you notice anything? Yeah, from each of the three cases we've done so far. Ah! No, you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are of the three cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bull Club? The dead man pulling the noodle stand? And then... the events that transpired during the Gaviner's concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Misham your father? Give me a break. Does it seem even remotely possible? Does that seem even remotely possible to you? I'd never even heard of any Jew mission before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were more cases drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Jew mission? And what did he have to do with me? And there goes day 1 in the investigation, and next time I see you guys, we'll be beginning day 1 in the trial in the case against Vera Mission. And see, I'm having a feeling that the reporter that we saw at the detention center is going to be the key witness. As a matter of fact, I think they already said that he was. I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll see him at some point during the trial in the next episodes. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.